Happening today in Memphis, Tennessee, the funeral for Tyre Nichols, 3 weeks after his death from a beating by police.
National leaders and civil rights activists from across the country will be there. News 8's Hannah Bordeaux is in our newsroom with the plan today and what the family is saying now. Hannah, good morning.
Good morning. Today will be about remembering Tyre Nichols. His funeral is this morning at a church in Memphis, and people will be there from across the country, including Vice President Kamala Harris, Breonna Taylor's mother, and George Floyd's brother. Tyre's family says at 29 years old, he was a father, a skateboarder, and was incredibly close with his mother. He came to Memphis from California to be with her and even had her name tattooed on his arm. Tyre was also an amateur photographer. His family says he found joy in taking pictures in the last light of the day, the golden hour, he called it. These are his photos on your screen now. Now his life and death, a very different picture than his family ever imagined. Last night, they gathered with Reverend Al Sharpton and spoke at the same church where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his final speech the night before he was killed. For Tyre's family, the fight does not end today.
My brother was the most peaceful person you ever had in your life. He's never lifted a finger to nobody, never raised his voice to nobody. If my brother was here today and if he had to say something, he will tell us to do this peacefully.
We got a long fight ahead of us. That's right. And we got to stay strong for it. Understood. So, justice for Tyre. 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 Justice for Tyre.
Nichols' family is accusing the police of trying to cover up the beating that led to Tyre's death. The initial Memphis police report has now surfaced. The Shelby County's DA's office says that the body camera video from January 7th contradicts that police report. The report accuses Nichols of being violent and starting to fight with detectives and calls ex-Memphis officer Emmett Martin a victim. The DA says the video never shows Nichols fighting back. Right now, it's not clear who wrote the report. Martin and 4 other former officers are charged with second-degree murder for Nichols' death. 2 other officers have been relieved of duty, and 3 EMTs have also been fired. Today, though, is about saying goodbye to Tyre. The funeral is at a church in Memphis at 11:30 this morning, our time. We will live stream it here on midday and on wishtv.com.